Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Y'all, I'm hopping on really quickly today because I have another fabulous way that we can work our scraps. Stay tuned. Y'all, I'm hopping on really quickly today because of this, my scrap pile. I am going to share as many ideas as I can with you guys on ways to use our scraps. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new subscribers and to all of my new friends. Welcome back to all of my longtime subscribers and longtime friends. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for the ways that you support me. Thank you so much for all of your positive encouragement. If you're like me, you have a pile of scraps. Will you ever use all of them? Probably not, but we can make a good dent in them with some of the scrap projects that we've been doing lately on the channel. In a previous video, I showed you how I made this box duo, and in that video, I mentioned making some Hershey's Kisses boxes. Well, today, very quickly, I'm going to show you how to make two different box sizes for those Hershey's Kisses. I'll give you a closer look at them in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So y'all, here is a closer look at my scrap pile. I am going to pull out a couple of pieces that we're going to use to make two different sizes of boxes. So let me just go through. I think this time I'm going to go with these two. So here are the box sizes that I've made for a long time for a single Hershey's Kiss. So let's just say I want to give you a quick little kiss. This is the perfect way to do it because inside this box is one Hershey's Kiss. Now these are those small single kisses, but if you want to give a box full of kisses, you can give something like this. And I'll show you how I made both of these. It does not take a whole lot of paper or anything to be able to make these. So here's what you're going to need. So for both of our boxes, we're going to make sure that the width is 4.5 inches wide. So I am going to go ahead and just cut my first piece at 4.5 inches. And then to make the small size, we need to have a piece that is 2 3/4 inches. So we're going to have, for the smaller box, we have a piece that is 2 3/4 by 4.5. Then for the larger box, we're going to take this piece, and I'm not even going to remove this part because that'll be my adhesive flap. And I think this should give me about 4.5 inches. It does. And I am going to cut this at 9. So I'll have one piece that measures 4.5 inches by 9, and I'll have one piece that measures 4.5 inches by 2 3/4 inches. So scoring these will be very, very simple. So on the 4.5 inch side on both, we score at 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then on the 2 3/4 inch piece, we score at 3/4 inch on the 2 3/4 inch side and at 2. So on 2 3/4, we score at 3/4 inch and at 2. So I'll set that one to the side. So we're going to go ahead and take our piece that measures 9.5 by 4.5. Again, we're going to score at 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the 4.5 inch side. And then on the 9 inch side, we score at 1, rotate it to the opposite 9, and we score at 1. So this time we're going to be making a box that is a little bit longer. If you want your box to be shorter, then you simply reduce the size. I have my sheet at 9 inches. You can cut it at 8 inches. You're still going to score at 1, rotate it, and score at 1 again. So you can keep reducing it. All you need to do is just score at 1, rotate it, score at 1 again, and you can get any size box that you want. So now I'm just going to fold and burnish all of my scores. And I decided to go with the longer piece because I really didn't want to cut this piece down and have any more scrap. So I'm trying to work with the scrap sizes that I have. And then we'll go ahead and burnish the fold lines on this one as well. So then I'll bring in my finger blade and we'll have this narrow flap here. This is the adhesive flap. We will have rectangles on both ends that we need to get rid of. So I'm just going to cut and remove that rectangle. And I'll do the same thing down here. So I'm going to cut and remove the rectangle. Then all we do is go across the bottom wherever you have a score mark. Go ahead and do an angle on both sides of that score mark. And basically we're just notching out some triangles or V's. Do the same thing over here. And y'all, this really is a very small box. Very easy to make. You can make up a whole bunch of these. So y'all, these make perfect favors. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this one. So on this narrow flap, that's our adhesive flap, we're going to have two rectangles at the bottom that we need to remove on both ends. And then we'll remove this one as well. And then just like with the other one, everywhere that we have a score mark, we just angle in to notch out those V's. Same thing on this end. We're just angling wherever we have a score mark and notching out the V. And our last one is right here. So now I'm just going to take my glue and we're going to put this together. So this is the adhesive flap. We're simply going to add the glue here. Then we fold over and we're just making sure that we have the score marks from this side matching with the score marks on this side. Very, very easy. Then we're just going to fold in our sides like this. Add just a little bit of glue. And then this is the back of my box because this is where the adhesive flap is. So I'm just going to add some glue to the back. And then I'll add some glue here and fold over. And y'all, there is my sweet little box. Now we're going to do this one. And remember, you can make this as tall or as short as you want. Just make sure that your paper in width is 4.5 inches. And then however tall you want it to be, you're going to score at the top and at the bottom. You're going to score at 1, rotate it, and score at 1. So you'll be able to customize these depending on how many kisses you want to put in yours. So I am going to add my glue to that adhesive flap. Then I am just going to match it with the other side. I am making sure that my score marks match. And then I'll just use my big old spatula to get everything nice and stuck. Stand it up. I'm going to fold in my sides, add a little bit of glue. This is the back of my box because this is where the adhesive flap is, so I'll add glue to that piece, fold it over, add glue to this piece, and fold it over. So now I have a nice tall skinny box for multiple kisses, and I have a little box for one single kiss. So I am just going to take one kiss and put it in that box. You can even get 2 in there if you want, but I'm just going to put 1 in that one. And then I am going to put Let's see how many we can get in the box that is 7 inches tall. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to stop at 12 so you can get a dozen in the taller box that I made. So once we have those kisses in the box, this really is going to be a one and done. So I will be sealing it permanently by adding glue. So I'm going to add my glue here, fold over, add some glue here to the back flap, fold over, add some glue to the front flap, and there is that Hershey Kisses box. We'll do the same thing with this one. I'm going to fold in the sides, add just a little bit of glue, glue to the back flap, and some glue to the front flap. And y'all, there we have it. If you want, you can just tie yourself a little bow around that taller box. Like that. Slide it up just a little bit. Then you can just add a nice little piece of ephemera to just really cuten that up a little bit. And let's see if we would want to add any ribbon to these little cuties here. So I am just going to take this ribbon. I'm not going to tie a bow. I'm just going to tie it off in a knot. So let's put that on. I don't have any thinner red ribbon. I thought I did, but I'm out. So I am just going to use what I have. Tie myself a little knot. And then I'm just going to trim that like that. And y'all, that is a very cute, quick and easy way to make a box for a single Hershey's Kiss or a dozen Hershey's Kisses in a box. I am going to bring the others back in so that you can get a good look at these little cuties. You can dress them up as much or as little as you want, but they contain Hershey's Kisses, a very inexpensive way to give someone a little token of appreciation. Why not seal it with a kiss? So I hope that you have enjoyed today's super simple video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.